We've seen how pets can keep us safe. Now it's our turn to protect them. Take a look.
Across the country, headlines are popping up warning of an increase in a potentially fatal disease threatening the health of our pets. It's called leptospirosis. LA County has reported a startling number of over 100 canine cases in 2021. And as of September, New York City has seen a record 15 human cases of lepto, with 14 people hospitalized and 1 resulting in death. So just what is leptospirosis, and how can you protect your pets and your family?
Here with our Pet Parent Alert is veterinarian and medical director of Bond Vet, Dr. Jeremy Kimmelstiel. Dr. Kimmelstiel, great to have you back on the show.
Thanks for having me again.
So there's some disturbing headlines out there about the outbreak of leptospirosis in California and New York. So do we need to be concerned?
Yeah, absolutely. I think what we know about leptospirosis is it's been around a while. It's zoonotic, which means that it can be passed from animals to people, which is concerning. And it's a bacteria that's carried in the urine of wild animals, specifically deer, raccoons. So if you live in the suburbs, it can be transmitted to your dogs and cats there. But also one of the really big vector species we're seeing now is rats. And so for people living in urban populations, we're seeing it a lot more there. And so if your dog is experiencing fever, chills, vomiting, diarrhea, and at the end stage, this is something that can cause kidney failure and liver failure. So you may see yellowing of the skin and of the eyes. And so definitely a good reason to have your dog checked out.
For sure. Actually, a little disturbing that there was a case of a New York fatality, a human that succumbed to leptospirosis. I mean, how concerned should we be?
We're seeing more cases of it, but is it truly a very emerging disease? It's hard to tell at the moment. But it's treatable. So I think that if you're seeing symptoms in your dogs and certainly in yourself, you should see a doctor. And for veterinarians, in mild cases, we can treat it with antibiotics. For more severe cases, it's typically treated with IV antibiotics in the ICU with IV fluids. And there's a vaccine that is widely available for dogs and cats, specifically dogs, and it is very protective. What we have seen is that it almost prevents the disease completely, and in the dogs that do get the bacteria, then it significantly reduces morbidity and mortality, so how sick they get and if it will be a fatal disease for them.